Welcome to the port city of Mobile, Alabama, here at Hancock-Whitney Stadium for what ought to be a terrific matchup in the 68th Ventures Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns, taking on a team from Conference USA, the Delaware Blue Hens. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Ragin Cajuns offense will take the field first. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave with Jesse going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
Dropping back, it's Howard. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Miller. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. And the Ragin Cajuns come to the line with a new set of downs. Red pass, it's complete. At the 35, he's open. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Looking to throw on first down. Running to Green. Turning it on. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Robertson. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
The Ragin Cajuns will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. That is just gorgeous. Knocks it out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. So Delaware's offense will take the field for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
The Blue Hens can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quick completion to the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Oh, what a move. Oh, he's got some space. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Nice complimentary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job on the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job, too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Pulls and fires complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down, because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, Blue Hens! First points of the day are on the board. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. To throw, it's Howard. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Leaves it with the back. Spins away from the defense. Runs through a tackle. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on that play.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Working on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
It's really easy to be a quarterback in an offense that runs the football and then runs play action. It makes it simple. It makes the reads easy. It sucks the linebackers and safeties up where I can just make plays right behind them.
And the Ragin Cajuns getting set on 1st and 10. QB draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Ragin Cajuns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off play action. Got it in the middle. It's Jensen. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I like the adjustments from this offense from first possession to second. Like first possession, you can tell maybe a little bit nervous, maybe just not starting the way they wanted to, didn't script the plays, but now putting a good drive together, a good response from punting last drive.
Grab behind the line. It's Robertson. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ragin Cajuns.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. So a drive there of 82 yards, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. Got room to work. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The give to the back. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come-to-Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Punt is on its way. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
He wants to go deep. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Got it behind the line. It's Robertson. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Looking downfield, it's Howard. Makes the catch, it's Perry. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Ready to fire from the pistol. The give to the lone running back. Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Ragin Cajuns are flying down the field. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Shakes off the defender.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
And the Blue Hens with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off the play fake. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And second and short is such a great time to use the whole playbook. You have the whole field. You can run it, or you can play action pass. I like the call by this offense, but great job by this defense being ready and playing good D.
He'll keep it on the sneak. The Blue Hens decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass, it's Howard. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Caught behind the line. It's Wilson. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
And the Blue Hens with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Blue Hens will punt this one away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They go to the draw. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Ragin Cajuns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Back to throw, it's Howard. Finds the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. One final play before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played one quarter. That's going to do it for the quarter, guys. Louisiana has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. In the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And the Blue Hens now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Picked off! What a play by this defense! He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown.
There he goes! Smashes through the tackle. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, giving him a tunnel to run through.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jensen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
He leaves it with the back. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cajuns! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Now the play fake. Going over the top. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Blue Hens! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Hey, you got to have your big boys up front, creating you some time, buying you some time, and he starts all the way on the right side, comes to the left. What do you have to see? You have to see the coverage as you come across the formation. He runs to green grass, finds space, QB leads him. Nice, big, explosive play for this offense.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. Turning it on! Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field, and that's why you had a big play.
He'll do it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Back to throw, it's Howard. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And the Ragin Cajuns will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Dude, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Catch in the middle, it's Sampson. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Sampson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Perry. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that 1st half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Howard. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a 1st down.
Defense.
The defender got a little desperate there. Grabbed, held, and the offense will take the penalty. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Leaves it with the running back. He breaks a tackle. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Absolutely center cut. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
The kick is on its way. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
So now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Howard. Makes the grab, it's Robertson. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. On the move, it's Perry. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Ragin Cajuns will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Oh, what a move to get open. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's going to throw deep right side. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender. So a little too much contact trying to defend the fade in the end zone, and the PI will move it closer. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Blue Hens have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. On the run, it's Silver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Good right down the boulevard. A penalty marker is down. If this is on the defense, the offense is going to have a choice to make. Do you dare take the points off the board and go for the touchdown? Might be the worst case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. Wants to throw on 1st down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense got it. They're on the run. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
They'll run it to the right. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for a man. It's Howard. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
Yeah, and those in-breaking routes with a quarterback and a receiver have to be really dialed in, really trustworthy, because you're throwing to the middle of the field with so many hands. Nice job by the defense breaking on the football and taking that in away.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. With the catch, it's Williams. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, the running back has it. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. It's complete to the right. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
And the Blue Hens will call on their punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Takes the handoff, it's Perry. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Ragin Cajuns will bring the punt team onto the field. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's got his man. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
You know, sometimes the hardest completions for quarterbacks are the ones where guys are wide open. You don't have to throw it any faster trying to get it to him quickly because you know he's so wide open like on that last play. Just take your steps, throw in rhythm, and just throw a catchable ball.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He'd probably want that throw back.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw it. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Man, what a break on the football. He read that the whole way. He just couldn't finish it. You know he saw the end zone. He saw the grass in front of him to break on that, maybe take it to the house, but just a missed opportunity.
The Blue Hens send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Handoff to the lone back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Wants to throw, it's Howard. Finds his tight end.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Number 92 in formation to kick it away.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, talk about an edge of your seat type first half, or as they call it there in Mobile, just another typical 68 Ventures Bowl. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the 68 Ventures Bowl.
The Ragin Cajuns will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll give it to the back. Quick spin on the run. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
Now on first down from the 30. He's got him down the middle.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
And the Blue Hens in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The Blue Hens are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Well, so he gets a foot down, but he really didn't get a foot forward. No gain on the play.
You could have just quarterback sneaked it and got more yards than that. We need more from this passing game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gonna look downfield again. Rushes on him. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Flips it out on the screen. Spin, still running. Quick step and go. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. The lead down to just 3, 20-17.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50+, and he did it with ease.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking for room, it's Perry. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Spins away from the defender. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Motion from the wideout. A designed run for the quarterback. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Ragin Cajuns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Howard. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. Defender gets a little too aggressive there, and this offense gets some free yardage. Looking downfield on first down. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. The Ragin Cajuns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The play action fake. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Howard. Looking for the score. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. He splits the uprights. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? Breaks into the open.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Blue Hens with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grab from behind the line, it's Kelly. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Brought down at the 31-yard line. And 1st down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
You know, if you're going to complete these dagger throws, you've got to have great anticipation as a quarterback. You almost got to throw it before the receiver comes out of the break. You need better timing on that play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Blue Hens line up to punt it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And the Ragin Cajuns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking downfield, it's Howard. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Ooh, I don't know, guys. Did he hear footsteps? Running over the middle of the field where all those defenders are lurking. I think that might have got in his head, and that might have been a reason why he dropped it.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
The Ragin Cajuns will punt it away on 4th down. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Really great job in coverage by the defender on that play, swatting the ball away.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Silver. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And the Blue Hens are moving quickly down the field. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Touchdown, Delaware! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
To the air, it's Howard. Fires to the big fella. Good, solid tackle.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Ragin Cajuns are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Quickly to the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Using his feet. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
The Ragin Cajuns will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Perry. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Howard. Right down the middle. He's got the tight end. There he goes. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Tight ends nowadays, they're oversized wide receivers. They run routes like wide receivers. They make people miss now in space. They're guys that are now featured in offenses where in the past that wasn't the case.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Now, and a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Running back searching for a hole. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Touchdown, Louisiana! They take the lead with the 6.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
And they'll try to tack on 2. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Blue Hens come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Quick catch on 3rd down. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. They just keep throwing him the ball, this time on the slant.
No doubt, and you've seen it with the slant. You've seen other routes. Every route he's running, he's good. He seems to be open, so I'm going to continue to pick at this matchup every chance I get.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Blue Hens trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
The Blue Hens will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Looking to pass, it's Howard. Fires to the big fella. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana in the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Using his legs, it's Perry. Past the 40. Turning it on! Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
It's now 2nd and goal.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Tight end now in motion. Off play action. Grab behind the line. It's Jensen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Jumped on top of the pile.
All right, and you ran that 3rd down play, and you knew 4th down was coming. If you didn't score, what were you going to run? You're on the 2-yard line. It's your decision. Do you want to be aggressive? Do you want to take the 3? Your call.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. On the move, he fires. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got an open man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Got it behind the line. It's Silver. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Blue Hens with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Firing to the right, complete. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. The Blue Hens have their offense in high gear. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, running up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Already 2 for 2 on 3rd down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Back to pass, it's Howard. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the Ragin Cajuns will try to pin them back with the punt. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some 1st downs and march down the field.
And the Blue Hens decide to punt it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Howard. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
Brings up 3rd down.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jensen. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a gap. It's Perry. Plows through the defense. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ragin Cajuns are rolling down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Caught behind the line. It's Sampson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the Ragin Cajuns come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like, it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Ragin Cajuns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Going to the ground. Runs through the tackle. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
No good. After the missed field goal, still an 8-point game, and guys, more importantly, still a 1-possession game.
Well, the kicker had a chance to ice this game if he makes it, but he knocks it off the upright. We've still got a 1-possession game.
Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Pucks it out of the air. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Makes it past the marker. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The Blue Hens now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Working that wide receiver screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And the Blue Hens will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give, and tick, 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 tick. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number 1. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the 2nd half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
Scanning the field, it's Howard. Got his man. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Ragin Cajuns will send out the punt unit. He'll take it on the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. It's a 1-possession game in the 4th. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Silver. No siree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
And the misconnection on 3rd down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Got his man. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, that is a play that we're going to circle. If this team is able to fight their way back and win this game, that one was huge. 4th down, picking up the 1st, getting some momentum, and keeping this drive alive.
The Blue Hens have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's third and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable fourth down if I don't complete this third and long.
Snags it inside the 20. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Quarterback takes a knee.